What's going on, Aquarius? Welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having a fantastic week so far. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just incredible, Aquarius. And it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. We are in for an amazing journey. Because it's General Energy Weekly Spread. Something like that. I've been just grooving all week here, so yeah, you being the last one, you get a little bit of extra during the end. But back to you, because with this weekly spread, whenever you have to come across this video, there may be some messages in here for you. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force a reading on a situation. Okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. That was aggressive. Crystals. Feeling lovely. There's great energy all around here, Aquarius. So I'm going to pull a few oracle cards from this deck here, and then we will get some details with the tarot. But before we jump into this thing, these readings that I do, they're not gender-specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations, okay? Oh, look at that. And in case y'all were curious, the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box. Down in the description box. Also, definitely check that out if you're interested. But also down below some links for some other readers that I like watching Aquarius. So definitely check them out. Very intuitive groups. I think you really enjoy them. But let's get into your first card here, Aquarius. Looks like you're buying somebody some flowers here. Because you got the first card of Pisces, which is the Roses card. I guess roses are alright. I'm just kidding. But with this card, this is a card of love, romance, affection, appreciation, devotion, fond, delighted, high emotional IQ, gifts, friendship, infatuated, enchanted, passion, fidelity, tender, yearning, and attached. So the energies that's coming through here, Aquarius, are the high emotional IQ, and a little bit less than that, like the appreciation, but we'll get into that in a little bit. But with this high emotional IQ, I feel like for some that there is this energy of it's almost like that we've been maybe really kind of feeling in our kind of like our it almost gives me very kind of King of Cups energy, where it's like there's been this balance of like head and heart here. Like it's like, because I feel like your sign, it's not that, because air signs are get a little weird when it comes to emotions, but it's not that I feel like air signs don't understand emotions, but it's just it's the feeling of them that gets a little tricky. And I feel like for some, it's like, this almost feels like in the sense of like, we do understand the emotions in a sense, but then my question would be is just have we felt them, because there is a difference, because I feel like it's one thing to get anger on in like, just as an example, to understand anger and how that thing can cause up, or how that can come up, but if we're not familiar how it feels with us on ourselves, then kind of push that aside, then it just like, I don't know, this energy kind of compounds and compounds, and it the waters get a little murky. I'm not quite sure, like, of course, it's very, very interesting, but I do feel like that there is making sure that we do understand that difference between the knowing and the actual feeling of it, because in order to really, because take for me, I'm a Cancer, so I'm feeling all the time, every which way, and that's something that I tell Cancer too. It is a balance with that, and that's why it gives me King of Cups energy, where it is understanding that between the logic and the emotions, because Cancers, we do feel a lot, and sometimes we get over emotional, and that can kind of fuel things a little bit, but I do feel that if we can get that energy where, I don't know, if I feel like it's like if we can find that And it's not that you're not empathetic, Aquarius, but I do feel like that there is could be a stronger even level of empathy that can maybe even come across us when we're understanding others, because you are a sign of networking and connections and making friends and groups and things. Whereas Pisces takes that friendship bond and takes it to that next level. And that's where Miss May energy might be kind of feeling too. Is like, how do we take these sort of like maybe superficial bonds that we might be forming or something along those lines here, then give them a little more depth here, you know, to maybe just take you to that, like, just to that next level, or maybe just push it like a little bit more here. This is interesting. Let's get some tarot on this. And, you know, one of your rulers is in Pisces. I was just telling Capricorn that. So there's a lot going down in your sign. Might be feeling a lot. Oh, seems a lot. Thank you. Okay, let's see what we got going on here, Aquarius. Interesting, small reversal storm, but that's all right, because you have the Three of Coins, the Three of Cups, the Seven of Swords, and the Death card in reverse, and then we have the Knight of Cups upright. And that's interesting, Aquarius, because both with the Three of Cups and the Three of Coins here, I feel like both of these cards are, they deal with, you know, Three of Coins dealing with collaboration, Three of Cups dealing with celebration, you know, whether that be with friends, family, however that's looking. But I almost feel that there is a, I don't know, Aquarius. It almost feels like that, where there needs to be, maybe for some it's like there's this need or this wanting of, and maybe it might be more of a wanting than maybe even like a need to, that we want to maybe connect more with others, to kind of like really form those kind of like longer type of bonds. But I feel that there's something that we might be neglecting here, maybe that's preventing that, you know. Maybe it's a, I'm not sure if it's like a certain way, maybe way we're coming across, or that, I don't know. There's just something here that's just, I don't feel like it's like, I'm not getting like this hard on change or something along those lines, like with the Death card. But it feels like that it's these little things that maybe we can kind of tweak. Maybe it's like oh, I don't know. Maybe let's say, for example, if you, since we were talking about anger earlier, maybe we're the type that has more of an aggressive personality, where aggression is not a bad thing at all. But there's a time and a place for it, and I feel like it's kind of feeling out the nuances, and kind of feeling out maybe our audience a little bit more, or something along those lines, where it's like we're really kind of feeling, connecting with others and with this depth. I don't know. It's interesting because both the Death card, Scorpio energy, and the Knight of Cups for me is Scorpio energy, and Scorpio's not about really that, again, that like that sort of like, it takes a lot for them, I feel like, to really kind of trust this energy, like, you know, to like really feel involved. And I'm not, let me get a little bit more of this Knight of Cups here, Aquarius. Because I'm not sure if this is something more. Speaking of one of their rulers. Alright, Aquarius, thank you. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so you have the Knight of Cups is clarified by the Page of Cups and the Judgment card upright, and then the Ace of Swords in reverse. And it's a weird mix of energy here, because I do feel like for some it's like we have this, I don't know if it's like, if there's this idea that we have about like how we can connect with others that doesn't seem to be working. But because even just thinking with the Judgment card and both the Death card, both, because this is Pluto energy, the Judgment card, and Pluto rules over Scorpio. um Interesting. I'm almost kind of getting, even for some that there's, because Pluto can deal with this energy of power. You know, Pluto's very, can be kind of authoritative, and I almost even feel like for some that maybe there's, it could be you, could be another person possibly that may be trying to even like kind of like force like they're like into not necessarily like into like a relationship or anything like along those lines, but really kind of like forcing a bond to happen that's not really very fascinating, Aquarius. But I do, there's something here, just I feel like just like how we may be connecting with others, and there's like a hmm. I think I may move out of that, Aquarius. I think wish I had more for that. I'm not quite. I hope that made sense, because that's a, it's a lot coming in there with that. But I do feel that if we, especially if we have been, I don't know. It's almost like for some, it's like if we've been wanting this deeper bond with others, I feel like there's a need to, and I know you already know this, but it's a putting ourselves out there more. Even think with this Three of Cups being in reverse, it's Three of Coins, like it's hmm. Yeah, I think I'm gonna move out of that, Aquarius. But yeah, I hope that hopefully that made sense. Let's get a let's get another oracle on the mix. Oh, interesting. All right, one of your cards here. I'm with it. So you got the second card of Aquarius, which is the Labyrinth card. Oh, boy. Stay still, Aquarius. And with this card, this is a card of lost, delayed, complex, contemplate, it's complicated, going inward, spiritual quest, deliberation, long way home, problem to solve, catch 22, and a situation to sort out. And yeah, I agree. The energy that's coming through here is it's complicated, Aquarius. And I'm not sure. It's like I'm getting an energy of it's like for some it's just like it's I feel like maybe we feel that we have, or maybe we're dealing with someone who feels like they know how to connect with others, or that they really understand people or something along those lines, but there seems to be like on a base level, yes, but there's still something that could be smoother, or something that could be, it's like maybe there's like it's like maybe we might be even like, because it's almost like maybe even for some it's like okay, there's that energy, and there's like there's maybe for some that may be kind of like overcomplicating about how we can connect with each other. It's like maybe it's like a lot of thinking going on, and there's just needs to be a little more feeling that's happening, a little more kind of lean into it kind of naturally, kind of really just sort of relax and not hmm. And I feel like that might even kind of ease up how things kind of flow a little bit, Aquarius. Like, yeah, because there's something interesting that's going on here with the Ace of Swords. It's just like that. I am getting that. It's like we're understanding the emotion, but there's something I feel like preventing us from getting to this place of taking. Hmm. Let me get some tarot on this, Aquarius. Let's get some. Let's make this a little less complicated. Oh, all right, Empress. That's what I. Well, I don't need you in reverse. But hold on, Aquarius. Alright, Aquarius. So you have the Seven of Swords, or excuse, Seven of Swords. It's Seven of Coins, the King of Swords, and the Two of Swords upright, and then you have the Empress in reverse. I don't know, Chris. I feel like for some with this King of Swords here, there is a lot of. because the King of Swords can be a little, he can be a little cold, you know, he can be a little, and not intentionally, it's just that he's about the science, the facts and things, you know, the energies that, like, the things that make sense, you know, that are tangible. But, you know, it's where that energy does have its place. I feel like it's like I feel like it's the whole investing in that all the time. It just like because the Empress, I feel the Emperor and the Empress are culminations of the kings and the queens, and I feel that there's an energy here, especially with the Empress being in reverse. There's this energy of kind of maybe being out of touch with that more kind of intuitive energy, with that just thinking about the feminine energy that they embody. You know, it's here's like we could be maybe just a little more well rounded. You know, it's not even like it's changing who you are, but it's just more so that we can operate in a even you thought you was had you know was smooth. Now it's like we could even do like I don't know, it's just like this energy of more or something. But it's almost like with the Two of Swords that we just kind of choose sort of like the same old type of way. Maybe it's like that. Maybe we even kind of feel that maybe others should kind of. I don't know. It's like it's getting a little complicated. Like it's getting a little complex of like how this thing could. And Aquarius, no, this doesn't just have to be you. This could be maybe if someone that we're dealing with. It's like kind of maybe putting this sort of like oppressive energy or just like kind of forcing this and it could be too, you know, just even thinking about that. Let's give a little more space for logic. This could even be too, where maybe some are dealing with like someone who I don't know. It's like we're dealing with more emotional energy than maybe what we're used to, or something like that. And it's just like we're trying to find that equilibrium there, where it's like where we can kind of meet halfway again. Like it's like King of Cups energy is coming through here. It's like if it's let me get a little bit more with the Two of Swords, Aquarius. Oh, all right. Well, there's one of the queens there. Well, here's the Emperor. So you have wowza. So you have the Emperor, the Sun, and the Queen of Wands up right here, Aquarius. And I just kind of feel like with your Empress being in reverse and Emperor being here, hmm, that's aggressive with the Emperor being here, and I just feel like that there's some kind of energy here that I feel like that is like that's trying to with the Sun almost being like it's like trying to outshine the other here, and I feel like it's just like it's like investing in these energies a little bit differently, like really kind of. It's a lot going on, Aquarius. But hmm. Yeah, that's some interesting energy coming through Aquarius. I think I'm. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to move out of that one too, because it's a lot going on. And I think that it's just like we're maybe trying to kind of sort this thing out right now, trying to figure out, trying to get the maybe nuggets of wisdom from this. You know, it just might be a lot to kind of process. Maybe some newer type of things. This could be that something is. I wish I had more words for that, Aquarius. But let's get your last card. Thank you. Alright, last little bit here. Interesting. Oh, stay here, Empress. So you have the 6th card of Leos here, which is the curtain call card, your opposite sign. And with this card, this is a card of acclaim, fame, recognition, parade, celebrity, admiration, applause, show, appreciation. The spotlight, focused attention, theater, act, performance and you're watching a movie. I only pause for a second because you got appreciation twice here, but the energy that's really that's kind of coming through a little bit Aquarius, but more so it's the focused attention that's really kind of shining through. And I feel like there's something here that is needing our attention. I'm not like, especially when we've been finding ourselves in like, I don't know, like maybe like with in like complicated situations, or that maybe there's been this energy of like, I don't know, like this disconnect maybe with others, or because it just feels like that maybe it's like whether it be emotion versus logic, or maybe it's like masculine energy versus feminine energy, or whatever this sense of trying to find this balance here. It's just like there's something that is, I feel like that's trying to get to this, that's just needing like a little more focused on, like, you know, to really kind of get some eyes on whatever this is, to just, especially if we've been kind of noticing maybe this like just this disconnect with others, or maybe hmm. Because here's the thing too, I kind of feel like with these, we're just kind of, when you think about the Three of Coins and the Three of Cups here, you know, where every relationship that kind of comes in our way, no matter how long or short, you know, friends, family, you know, lovers, whatever, they all have a purpose. And you know, just to bring something to our attention, or to, you know, for something for us to learn, or for something to change. But I feel that maybe we've been, it's almost like we just, I'm almost getting this energy of where, let's say for example, you know how when you'll have someone who will talk about attracting, you know, like everyone seems to cheat on them. And it's not to say that you're attracting cheaters, Aquarius, but the one thing with that is, it's just like, if we keep attracting cheaters, then what is it about us that keeps attracting them? You know, what energy are we missing signals? You know, are we, you know, like, and I feel like with the Seven of Swords here, it's like, you know, this could be a card of especially being in reverse here, I feel this card of like being honesty. And if we're noticing that maybe we're missing a sign, you know, maybe it is something that either other people are saying that we're missing, or maybe something we're saying that we're missing. But yeah, there's something here that's, yeah, that's needing to, I feel like, to, once we get eyes on it, we're gonna get some growth here with the King of Swords here. Really get an understanding of it, get down to almost like the root cause, or something like that. Okay, but let's get some tarot on this. Alright, Aquarius. Allows Cancer energy. Allows a little bit here. So you got interesting. So you have the Chariot, the Queen of Cups, and the Five of Swords in reverse, and then we have the Knight of Coins upright here. All right, Aquarius. Let's switch back over, because you know the Five of Swords. This is one of your cards too, along with the Seven of Swords. Five of Swords can deal with that interaction of others as well. You know, it can be that, and honestly, just thinking too, because the Chariot, that's Cancer energy. The Queen of Cups for me, that's Cancerian energy as well. That there's been something where there's not like, I don't know if there's not been this. I almost feel like for some that maybe there's been this kind of like a like emotional detachment maybe, and I don't feel like there's anything wrong with that, but I feel like that it's there's got to be that kind of like that give and take, you know what I mean, that like that reciprocity there. It's like if we're giving, hmm, it almost feels like that if we're, because Cancerian energy deals with that like emotional security, and again, it's not like I'm saying that you need to bury your heart on your sleeve, Aquarius, but I do feel like that there may be a need for some to just connect a little bit, maybe differently, or like it's like maybe even just like investing a little bit more, just like a little bit more, or something along those lines. Or maybe again, that could be something that we're yearning for. It's just something that we're wanting a little bit more. Someone that we can, something that feels a little more grounded. You know what I mean? Especially because however this may be resonating, we're still having that disconnect. It's I feel like yours is a sign. It's not that you necessarily need to have people around you, but it does help, to keep that intellectual energy going. To kind of share, get that innovative ideas out there, and that, we just want to be, even just with the thinking with the 7 of coins, just thinking about this fire here. Just be mindful about how we're, maybe burning bridges possibly, or like there's this thing of like not taking a moment to like, because the chariot can be when we're in that shadow work, it's getting to that reflective stage, like why have things kind of stagnated, what's preventing us from getting to this sense of accomplishment here, or getting to that next level. But I'm gonna get a little bit more with the Queen of Cups here, Aquarius. Hold on one second. Alright, so the Queen of Cups is clarified by the Ten of Cups upright and then the Seven of Wands in reverse. And I almost feel like that for some there is this energy of wanting to like it's like I feel like we want that sense of like that family, whether that be that friends, like actual family, whatever that's looking like. We're looking for that soul tribe there, but I don't know. With the 7 of Wands, it's just like maybe we've been, because where how I'll say at the beginning, when it comes to like criticisms and things, that's what the 7 of Wands can be about, where it's like take what resonates with you, leave the rest with them. I do feel like that always applies, but I do feel that especially thinking with Cancer being they're rooted within in the past, that there's just meeting maybe to like if we did if we received any sort of like constructive criticism, just to reflect on maybe some past stuff or something along those lines, Aquarius. But I think I'm gonna leave that there, and I hope that made sense. That was a very interesting reading. The energies are shifting here, Aquarius. I dig it. But if anything resonated with you, give it a thumbs up and share this. If you know someone who's maybe been having troubles connecting with others, or just been having a hard time, or however that's looking, Aquarius, it's very interesting. But and then tell all these emperors, empresses to subscribe and hit that bell button to get notified of all these videos each week. And then I'm on this meditation app, Insight Timer, and I started a group on there called Zodiacs Raising the Vibration. And it's just a group that posts like positive affirmations, encouraging messages, things along those lines. And then as it grows, I'm going to start, doing different guided meditations and healing music, things along those lines. Do something like a self-care with the Empress, or or change 101 with the death card, taking charge with the Emperor, something like that, Aquarius. So definitely check that out. And then lastly, look at you getting all these freaking Cancerian cards. It's always hard when these come up during other signs not to geek out, but you got the hottest ticket and the loveliest lady to come over to my other channel, not that you need them, but if you have any Cancer in your placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, come on over to the Chariot, friends. I do videos Monday through Friday there. Geek out when the Queen of Cups and the upright reverse. No matter, we're gonna get that figured out regardless. We're gonna keep it moving and discuss lunar shenanigans. Talk about Rhonda. This is a whole vibe. And all that housekeeping down in the description box below. Let me get you the prize cards here, so I can get you out of here, Aquarius. Alrighty, so you got the Knight of Wands in reverse. And I almost feel like with this card that it's... I'm getting almost like a bummed out type of energy here, Aquarius, because this is one of Leo's cards. This rules first two deacons of Leo, last of Cancers, and it feels that there's... And I feel like it's more so for those if we've been having, maybe if we've been wanting to connect more with others. There's an energy of this getting yourself out here kind of more, because you do have quite a bit of people now that I am kind of thinking about it. All these 3 knights, 2 queens, a king, you know, a page. You know, there's quite a bit of people we're racking up here, and I feel that if we've been missing that fun or something along those lines, it's getting yourself out, like, and it might be, you know, we're getting out of a comfort zone here, you know, but let me get your you know, one way to, you know, meet some people, I know it's kind of like a no-brainer, but go and do some stuff you like, you know, maybe you like, we're not gonna, I don't know, well, maybe you do, like, maybe there's a place where you can ride. I don't know if this is some sort of goat, but maybe we're riding goats. I mean, maybe, I don't know, maybe you're into farm life, I don't know, Aquarius, but it's something where doing even stuff like that you love gets you in a place of people who, you know, who share that kind of common vibration, and, you know, kind of helps you build a soul tribe that way. But interesting. Yeah, you got the eye card here upright. And I do feel like that for you know, just when we're talking about that focused attention and kind of like keeping an eye on things, like there's something here it's either how we're going about it or how something that we just need to get some eyes on, Aquarius, you know. And I do feel too that if this is something where, if this is an energy that when we're talking about that kind of like almost like something like almost like forcing an energy on you, or because the evil eye, you know, it's about protection. And I feel like it's, again, you being a sign of networking and things, coming into contact and socializing as much as you do, whether that be via internet or however that's looking. That's still putting a lot of energy out there, and we just want to just make sure that we are protecting that, you know, from time to time, checking with our energies and make sure that sun's still shining bright there, Aquarius. Because that's interesting too, last little thought here, because the sun is technically, you know, in detriment in your sign, and it's a little bit weaker there, and I feel like maybe for some it's like feel like we're having trouble shining bright or something like that, and it's just like, you absolutely can, Aquarius, but I feel like it's, because maybe for some it's just like we're not being our authentic selves, you know, because you are an eccentric sign, you know, and that's the point of an Aquarian, is to be different. It's to stand out in the crowd and to be the one that when everyone's going right, you go up, you know. That's because that keeps the energies fresh, it keeps it moving, keeps growth happening. So, you know, that's another thing too, maybe for, you know, been feeling kind of criticized by others, you know, for your uniqueness or some things. That's something too. We want to get eyes on that and put up some boundaries there. But all right, Aquarius, I think I'm gonna leave that there. So you stay safe out there processing all this stuff, and try not to get into any kind of complicated situations here, because you took me through a roller coaster there, Aquarius, but I dig it. You raise your vibration to the roof. Especially the Empress being up here. Who else did she do this for? Someone else got the Empress in. I think it was Libra. Oh, something's going on with their signs. But we got Empress and Queen of Cups in reverse here. Definitely do some self-care, Aquarius. You know, kind of process this information here. And I will catch you on the next one. Later.